Now let's actually start creating your website. So I'm here back on the dashboard, and now what you want to do is go to Pages and click on All Pages. Now you already have here the sample page, so all you have to do is just delete this really quick. So simply hit Trash, and now we're going to edit the home page. So go over Home Page and click on Edit. Now you'll be brought to this screen, and all you have to do is click Edit with Elementor. So now what we're going to do is replicate the original site that I showed you guys. So first off, we have to add a new section. So click Add New Section and click on the first gray box. Now you can drag in your own text, and I'll show you guys how Elementor works as we go through this, but for right now you can follow along, and then by the end of this tutorial you will know how everything works. So here I'm going to simply type in start up your business like a pro. Now I'm going to center align this, and then here you can go to styling. So I'm going to edit the color and the style in just a second, but I want to make our background first so it'll be a lot easier to read. So go back to the section right here and make sure you click on the far left blue box right there. So it says edit section. Now click on this. Now click on stretch section. Now what that does is if you zoom out, it will actually make it to hit the full corners of the entire page. It'll make more sense once we start uploading visual images. So click that there. And content width, I'm going to go with full width. Now go to style. And for the background, this is where you want to add your picture. So I'm going to go down to classic and click on image. And I already have my images uploaded, but you can actually use non-copyright websites such as Pixabay. And there's many other websites as well, which I'll put all links to those down below. But for right now, I'm just going to go with the pictures that I already currently have. So here's the picture that I used for the original demo website. I'm going to insert that there. And now for the positioning. So I'm going to change the positioning to top center. You can obviously customize that however you like, and then go for the sizing, and I'm going to go to auto. I'm going to go back to the top, click on layouts, and for the height, I'm going to go with the minimum height. And now you can see a better picture of this. And you obviously can sit here and increase this or make it bigger or lower, but I believe I had mine on 500, so I'll keep it right there. And now you're starting to see, you might not be able to see the difference right here, but let me show you guys how I got to this point. Now I'm going to go back to the top corner box right here in the far right corner, click on this, and now I'm going to add a text editor box. So I'm going to go drag this and drag this right underneath the first text that I put and simply let go. And now you see it showed up. Now I'm going to go to style. So style is where you can edit the color, the text, whichever you like. So here I'm going to change the text color to white. Click off that, and then for typography I'm going to click on this, and here's family. So this is the type of font that you can choose to change around. So I have my own set fonts, and that is going to be Source Sans Pro. And I would recommend you stay consistent throughout the entire design. So if you are creating a website with a particular font, I would recommend you using that throughout the whole website. Same with the colors as well. So here I'm going to leave the color right now in the sizing. And you guys can definitely play around with this, such as line height, letter spacing. You can make them farther away, closer together. And now I'm going to click off of this. I'm going to center align this here. And now actually I'm going to go to the top right box again. And now I'm going to add a button. So drag the button here and wait till the blue line shows up, and I'm going to let go. Now I'm going to center align that there. And now I'm going to change this to, let's see what I put on the old website. Sign up now. Sign up now, had all of them caps, and this is where you would put a link to the page that you want to redirect this button for. So whenever I would click on this button, whichever link you have here is the one that it would go to. So if you have an about page, a sign up page, a services page, etc., or wherever you feel that would fit for this, that's where you put the link. Now I'm going to go here to style, and I'm going to change the colors for this. So the text color, I'm going to keep it at white. And also the background color, that's what I'm going to change. So I'm going to go up here. And for the sake of this, I would recommend you have your colors already set and picked. But I'm just going to freestyle this and try to match them as best as I can with the demo site here. So I actually had this white, so let me change that really quick. So background is going to be this, and then the text color. So let me click off real quick. So I just changed the background to white. Now I'm going to click off of that. Now let me click off. So let me actually see if I go off a tab back, and there. Okay, there we go. Alright, now back. So you'll have the background color, it is white. The text color is white too, so let's change that. So I'm going to go here and click on the blue. And here you can alter your color so you can see make it a little darker, and also here you can change it a little lighter too. So I'm going to go here and try to make this similar color to what I put originally. Let's see, let me just go back one more time. Seems like a semi-light blue. Looks good enough right there. Alright, perfect. So now we have the button set up. And let me go back really quick and see the sizing of this. So I did increase the size on the left and right sides. Let me go back here really quick. Now I'm going to add a box padding, box shadow, because that makes it look a lot better. And then click off here. Now you can definitely play around with these filters. But now let's try to make it look similar to the color I currently have. So let's go back to the box right here, top right corner. Now go to the top main, blue left far edit section option, and click that one more time. Now I'm going to go to style again. And I'm going to click off this down arrow so that it goes and brings it back up. And I'm going to go to background overlay. Now you have the option of going to the normal just one straight color background, but I use gradient in my example, so I'm going to click here. And for the color, I'm going to simply click on this blue right here and try to change it back to that color. I'm going to drag this up and click off here. Now for the second color, which you can see here clearly the pinkish red, I'm going to change that to a darker blue. And keep it about there and click off there. Now you're probably wondering, it still does not look anything like this. Well, let me show you. Here you can go down to opacity and you can filter around and play around with this. So see, if I go back to 0, it's completely gone. It's just the background's normal color. Now if I go all the way to 1, it's the complete color that I set. So I'm going to sit here and put it around 80ish. And I should go back to the color and make this a little more lighter blue. Alright, awesome. So here we go. So that's a similar style, but you guys get how I got to that color. Way you can definitely edit that to however you like as well. Let me go back to here. And now let's add the 3 bottoms that we saw down here. So click back on the top right corner. So now I'm going to drag in a column. So drag the column button right here and then simply under the sign up button. Now go here and click on full width. And I'm going to click on the top box corner option again. I'm going back to the main page. Now what I'm going to do is drag in the icon box option here under general elements. So click that and drag that right here. Now the first one I had was a rocket. So let me go back and double check. So I'm going to go here and simply just type in rockets. Click on that. And now for the view, so you can choose between the default one, the actual darken background, or you can choose the one that I have currently is framed, which is a see-through background with a actual circle around it. And you can change that between a circle and a square as well, but I prefer the circle. Now I can edit all this in just a second, but what I want to do is actually change the colors really quick. So the primary color I used was white, so let me go here, simply change that to white, click back on there again, double check all the things here, and currently I actually did have the sizing a little bit smaller. So let me actually play around with that just 1 second and see how go here. So I'm gonna keep it on 35. Now it looks like I have pretty much all set there. And the icon hover, this can obviously customize to your own liking as well. But basically, let me show you guys for example. If I were to change it to green, if I were to bring my mouse over the icon, it would change to that color. So I'm gonna keep it, let me see, black, maybe a darker blue, and now I can change that there. And then we have this hover animation such as growing and shrinking. So where to grow, you see that there. Same, let's say where to pop, it goes like that. You guys get the point, but I don't want one for this one, so I'm gonna keep that as none. And now we have the content down here. So this is where your content, which is the default setting right here that says click edit button wording starting. So simply you can center align that if you'd like. Seems like it's already there. Color, I'm going to change this to white. So that's the title right there. And now I'm going to go down to the description and click on typography. Now scroll down, change the family style, and I'm going to change it to my default one I chose, Source Sans Pro. I'm going to keep the sizing there just for now. And then the color, I will change that to white as well. So just go double check back. And so far it seems pretty similar to that. So I'm going to change this and I'm going to go back, scroll to the top, click on content, change this heading here and put successfully launched. Go back and double check. So I put successfully launched. I'm gonna put launch, I'm gonna change that to ED just to keep it the same. And so far it seems that's where I have it. And that's how you create what I created there. Now to make it look like I created on the first demo, all you need to do is go here and then duplicate the column. Now do that one more time. And now what you want to do is delete this one right here. Since it's empty, click X right there. And all you have to do is add these to your own service that you want to put there or mention. So click on this top left corner box right here. And now you have this box selected. Now all you can do is simply go back and do exactly what I just did as far as the backgrounds, or you can edit this however you're liking. However, this will edit only the actual background. So if you want to edit the text and the icon here, you want to go to the blue box right here on the far right side. So you guys see the difference between the two. Now let's go and change this to another word. So I put iOS mobile app live. So I'm gonna go here and change this to iOS mobile app live. And I'm gonna change this icon and see if I have a phone option. Mobile phone right there, perfect. Now I'm gonna do the same here. Click on this one, edit this, and let me see what I put here. Crowdfund completed. So I'm gonna change this, crowdfund completed. Now I'm gonna go back, double check what I put. I put a dollar bill. So here I'm gonna see if I type in money. Click that there. Alright, so now if we go to hit this arrow, we'll see what it currently looks like right now. So it looks nothing like the site I have because it seems that everything is too close. So let me go back. And I actually have to change the color here too, which I never did. So I'm going to go here, simply click on the blue option, go to Style, Text Color, go to White, open text again, go to Typography, change this to Source Sans Pro. Here we go. Now I need to change the sizing. So I'm going to go here, make it a little bigger. And now to actually for the width. So if you notice the width here, it's fairly thin. So I'm going to go here to weight, and I'm going to put it around 300 mark. Awesome. Now we go back, and now it's starting to look a little similar, but we still don't like the way it looks. So now I want to click onto this option and go to Advanced. Now the margin, you can play around with this, but as you see, every time I increase it, it decreases it and it moves it down towards the bottom. And padding though, watch what happens when I click on padding. This spaces it out from everything else. So I'm going to actually keep my padding fairly low. What I want to actually have is the margin and drag it down a little more from the top. Here we go. And now we zoom back out. And now we can go back and check. I actually had it around the little top mark here. So let me go back one more time. And I'm going to change this to see a little more. Alright, so you obviously can play around with this. Now for this one, I'm going to click on this option here. Go to Advanced. And now if you were to change this around so you want it to be closer, you can go like this. What I'm going to do is actually I'm going to unlink this value here and put this right there. And actually for the top, I'm going to decrease this. So I'm going to put it a little closer to the actual one that I had here. Now for this section, I'm going to click this right here, the top blue left button corner, that edit section option, and I'm going to go to Advanced. Now for here, you can definitely play around with this as far as the padding. But what I'm going to do actually is unlink this, and go here, and simply increase this down here. Give some space between the two. Now obviously you could play around with this to see which one you like, but for the sake of this, I'm just showing you guys how everything works. Now zoom out, and you can see here how everything starts to look. Now we got this option, and it seems that I actually had this a little more wider, but you guys can get the point. I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna increase the bottom now too. Give a little more gap there. Click back, and now you can see here. Now one more thing, I'm gonna click on this button option, and now what I'm going to do is go to Style, and go down here to padding. So if you go back to my demo website, you can see that these sides right here are a little extended to the left and the right. So what we're going to do here is unlink these values here and simply increase this to your liking. So I'm going to go here into the top, put about 6. Same with the bottom, 6 right there. And then I'm going to tweak this around a little bit, but you guys get the picture here. So you get the picture. You can increase the width and the height however you like. Now we go back. Now you can see how the website is starting to look. So I'm going to go back here, and actually I'm going to go to the main background screen, change the style and tweak it up a little bit. So I'm going to change this actually to center. Going back, it's starting to look a little like the site we have right here. So awesome. Now you definitely can play around with this, customize this however you like, but let's move on to the next section. So I'll see you guys in the next video.